Now in Action 2 News at 6, Milwaukee police are investigating 3 overnight shootings that injured more than 20 people. The shootings taking place just blocks away from the Pfizer Forum as thousands of fans left the Bucks playoff game. New information on victims' conditions and the investigations into the shootings coming up. Plus, an update to roadways now open in Oconto County. This jaw-dropping video showing just how severe flooding damage is up north, what drivers need to know. And we're now less than a day away from the first in-person Cellcom Green Bay Marathon in over 2 years. What racers and the greater Green Bay community need to know ahead of tomorrow's early start.
From WBAY TV, your first alert station, Action 2 News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for Action 2 News at 6. Brittany Schmidt is off tonight. I'm Joshua Peguero. We begin with the very latest on the breaking news we first told you about last night in Milwaukee. Police are investigating 3 shootings that injured more than 20 people near the city's downtown, blocks away from the Pfizer Forum, where thousands of people were leaving the Bucks-Celtics game. These shootings taking place just hours apart from one another. 3 people were shot just after 9 p.m. They suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Then at 10:30 p.m. across the Milwaukee River, a 20-year-old man was shot. He is expected to survive. And later back across the river, just after 11 p.m., the mass shooting where 17 people were shot. They are all expected to survive. It's not clear how serious the victims' injuries are at this moment. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office was not called to any of the scenes. So far, 10 people have been arrested in the case and 10 guns have been recovered from the scene. But we do not know what led to the mass shooting. The city's mayor has imposed an 11 p.m. curfew for anyone younger than 21 years old.
Simply, if you intend to loiter, if you intend to act out, cut up, if you intend to do anything that is unlawful, then my message is simple. Don't come here. Don't come here. Don't come down here. Don't mess it up for everybody else.
The Bucks releasing a statement this afternoon announcing tomorrow's watch party at the Deer District is canceled. The organization writing in part, quote, "While these incidents took place outside of Deer District property, it clearly resonated with fans coming out of the arena and leaving the plaza. Security, health, and welfare are always our top priorities for our guests and employees, and we appreciate the hard work of our security team to keep our fans safe," end quote. Police are still gathering information on these shootings. We will continue to keep you updated on the investigations on air and online at WBAY.com. Turning now to Oconto County, where several roads remain closed due to flooding and high water. Some roads have opened since the county first issued a flood emergency. The roads listed here on your screen are now open. The county tells us many areas are still impassable because of high water, and multiple municipalities have issued disaster proclamations. Despite those wet conditions, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is asking people living in northeast Wisconsin to avoid burning due to high fire danger. Dry and breezy conditions along with low relative humidity are creating dangerous conditions for fires today, especially in northwestern Wisconsin, where counties are under very high fire conditions today. As for our temperatures, a slightly cooler day today, but it's still feeling like summer out there. Runners will want to pay attention to the next 24 hours ahead of the Cellcom Green Bay Marathon. Here's meteorologist Keith Gibson in the First Alert Weather Center. Keith?
Joshua, we are looking at some good weather for tomorrow morning's marathon in Green Bay. This evening, though, we do have some isolated showers and even some rumbles of thunder from Crandon to Wausau down to Stevens Point. The air is relatively dry here. We are looking at a lot of sunshine still in our area, but there's a batch of showers and thunder showers back to the west, along with this cold front coming on in. A chance for a little bit of rain this evening and for tonight. Now let's go to Shawano. 83 degrees, the dew point. Look at that, 40 degrees. It is very dry as far as the air below those clouds. We are looking at the moisture trying to fall from those clouds, not all of that reaching the ground. So it's just some spotty activity as we go throughout the evening. Our temperatures are quite warm away from the immediate lakeshore. Many of us in the low to mid 80s right now. Nice and mild going into the evening. We'll have a chance for a shower storm later on this evening and tonight. Not everyone's going to get that, but it's possible. Lows will be down into the 50s. Some spots up north in the upper 40s. We're back with that full 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Keith. The Southcom Green Bay Marathon is back in person tomorrow after 2 years of virtual races. Packet pickup and registration is winding down at the bar in Ashwaubenon. Racers have until 7 p.m. tonight to get their race items ahead of race day. It takes organizers months to plan for the marathon weekend, and they say they're excited to be back in person this year.
I think it's going to be very exciting. It's exciting for our team putting on the race, but I think it's going to be even more exciting for the runners that get to hit the pavement again for the first time in 2 years.
The marathon and the marathon relay start at 7 a.m. Then at 8 a.m. the half marathon and half marathon relay kick off, and then the 5K starts at 8:15. The marathon route is going to affect traffic differently this year. The race starts on Morris Avenue between Holmgren Way and Oneida Streets. Runners will be going through the west side of Green Bay, then head north on South Point Road, and then back through Green Bay. New this year, runners will be going over the Mason Street Bridge, so officials will close the eastbound lanes of the bridge. Cars won't be able to get across that way, so eastbound traffic will have to take the downtown bridges instead. Then another change. This year, for the first time, runners will be using streets in Alloway. In addition, another change, runners will be only using the southern part of the Fox River Trail. Also taking place tomorrow, the De Pere community is coming together to take steps in beating cancer. The Red Bird Ribbon Walk is taking place at the De Pere High School track from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Participants are asked to make a donation for each lap they take around the track. T-shirts and food will be available for purchase, and all proceeds will benefit the De Pere High School Sting Cancer Club to further support their efforts. An annual event in the Fox Valley Today celebrates Hmong culture in the U.S. Coming up next at 6, how people are celebrating the history, culture, and contributions of Hmong Americans in our community.